guys, Jack here, and welcome to episode 104 of The Road to Glory, here with FC United of Manchester. Hopefully you guys are good. Today's episode is going to be the Europa League semi-final. Today we are going to be playing Dynamo Moscow away. The plan is to do both legs. I'll probably cut out the time in between because we are going to be playing Leicester. But basically, we've got two legs here. Squad is pretty exhausted, it has to be said, just based on our sheer fixture congestion. It's been a very long time since we kind of had more than a week's break between games. So hopefully we can give a good performance here in the away leg, grab a few goals, hopefully really dominate the game, and then from there I can afford to rest a few legs for the second leg in preparation for the final push in the league, as well as the FA Cup final which we have coming up. So looking at the squad, I have had to rotate it, as I've already mentioned, to try and keep it squad fit. I'm really hoping with the Leicester game that I can kind of not play a weakened side, but I can play a few more reserve kind of fringe players in the starting 11 and get a result. And hopefully we can rest players for the game after that against Dynamo Moscow again. We are away today at the VTB Arena in Moscow. It's been about a 2,000 mile trip for my fans to get there. Looking at the top goal scorers, Alfredo is in the Europa League top goal scorers, and he's one of the only players here, with the exception of Eric Torres, who's still playing for a club in the competition. So he's got a slim chance of getting top goal scorer. He'll need to get 2 goals a game. He isn't even going to be starting today because of the rotation going on, but hopefully the players can do well here. I'm going to tell the players to relax, play their natural game, and the result will come. Also going to do the I have faith, and then the exact same for the strikers. And we'll see how we get on today. It's going to be a tricky tie against Dynamo Moscow. They're a very strong team in the Russian league. They finished 3rd last year in their division, and we're going to have to play well against them, it has to be said. But we do have a chance of a counter-attack here. We have men up in numbers. Luis Enrique breaking through. 5 people in the centre. Ball comes in. João José's there. I think that hit the crossbar, or the keeper saved it. It was a good chance which has gone a begging. João José just not quite able to get on the end of it. We've got Rodriguez playing playmaker today, obviously. He's been out for a while, injured, the Spanish international, which has allowed Peyrad to play up front alongside João José. On the bench we do have Alfredo and Barbosa. Midfield we've got Pereira and Enriquez, and then at the back we're playing a slightly weakened back four, and as I say that, Dynamo Moscow take the lead here 1-0 in the 34th minute. Looking at stats, we've been dominant in the game, we've just not had a shot on target yet. Pretty much the story of our season, it has to be said. Alfredo Jr. just beaten at the back post there by their towering player, and he's just simply nodded the ball in. So I'm going to mix up the shouts and also tell the players I want to see something else in the second half. Hopefully we can make a difference here, kind of in the team talk that I need to do. I'm hoping that I'm going to change the system slightly, actually. I think show me something else in the second half, and then I'm going to tell them you have the ability to make a difference. I'm going to switch to balanced, and then I'm going to switch to get ball forward and work ball into the box. Hopefully just committing a few more men up, being a little bit more direct with our play, and really just getting the ball to feet will work in our favour, and we can craft out an opportunity or two here. Kind of more significance to the ones we had in the first half. An away goal would be pretty vital for us, and it would give us some security, I suppose, going into the second leg, knowing that if we didn't concede, we'd be fine. But it's going to be tricky, you know. Dynamo Moscow aren't a bad team, obviously. They're in the semi-final of the Europa League, so they're not like a terrible team. They've got a strong kind of squad. My team is probably better on paper, it has to be said. Maybe away, a kind of playing away is having a bit of a disadvantage here for us, as we do have a chance. Ball in, Peyrad's there, nods it in, Nazarov with the cross, great goal there. 1-1, the away goal comes. Since the changes at half-time, we really have been a completely different side this game, creating far more chances, and we're looking a lot better. But Peyrad there with a great little finish, finding some space at the edge of the 6-yard box, a real poacher's finish there into the back of the net. So 70 minutes in, I am going to make some changes now, just with our players being exhausted. I'm going to take off Peyrad and Pereira, return for Dzeko. And I'm also going to bring on Gauthier for Matty, I think. In fact, no, Matty's having a good game. I was going to take off Matty because of his lack of fitness, but actually looking at it, he's having a really good game. Peyrad's a bit of an exception because I can't play without him. If he's injured, he's pretty much the core of the squad up top, whereas with Matty, if he was to take a knock, I have got backup on the bench and equally as strong centre-backs, whereas I guess Peyrad is a little bit less replaceable. And wow, Alfredo Senior grabs a great goal there. Superb little passing move. The substitute comes on and makes a big difference for us. Pereira obviously going off, and now a sub, I suppose, that was a good one in the end. Alfredo Senior just beating their player on the near post. Nice tidy finish there. Looking at the stats, we're completely dominating the game, as you'd kind of expect, and this kind of result is exactly what I'm looking for. One more goal would allow me to maybe play a slightly weakened squad in the second leg, which would be great. So it's going to be interesting to see if we can really make some of this late pressure tell. But since the half-time, this squad's been superb. It's been a great turnaround by the players. Hopefully Dzeko can get in a ball of quality there. Matty's there. Unfortunately, keeper does grab it. But nevertheless, this is looking absolutely superb. We're playing really well as a team. It's key that we don't concede again, but 2 away goals and a goal lead going into the second leg is exactly what I was really looking for here. And we just need to keep a hand on it now. And looking at it, if we can play like this in the second leg, I can't see us losing, to be honest. We're not letting them have a lot of the ball. When they do have it, it's nowhere near our area. And João Jose there with another goal to make it 3-1. Superb stuff. Bit of a mix-up there at the back line by them, but I am not complaining. That is 3-1. This is looking great for us going into the second leg. João Jose able to capitalise on just some random goalkeeping, it has to be said, and FM derpiness, but I am not going to complain when it goes in my favour. Great stuff, and that should be full time now as the corner comes in. Ball is headed away. Is that going to be the game? That's got to be it. Yes, it is. We look like a completely different team after the break. Superb play. I'm going to tell the players passionately, I'm proud of you. Passionate and pleased with your playmaking efforts that secured the win. Okay, you're all just throwing tantrums. It's fine. I'm not even going to bother. Matty did get man of the match there, although he didn't have the greatest game of his life. He just did what was required of him. Apparently we should be beating Dynamo Moscow by a bigger kind of gap, but 3-1 away, I'm happy with that. 3 away goals is superb for us. In the other leg, Lyons got sent off for Tottenham. How long is his ban for? Because he is their main player, so for him to be out for the final would be a huge miss for them if they were to go through. But I'm kind of impressed with Steaua Bucharest that they were able to cling on for a 1-1 draw, to be honest. How did they play? Pretty 50-50 game, actually, so kind of a surprising result. Lyons getting sent off is great for us, and that 3-1 win is a good little bit of progress and a good little win for us. So yeah, good performance. And now, guys, I am going to skip to the second leg just because we have got that Leicester game, as already mentioned. So I'll touch you guys in just a second once I'm up to the second leg. Okay, guys, so we are back, and it is the day of the second leg. So just a quick recap of the Leicester game between these two fixtures. It was a convincing 3-1 away win. That said, it was a little bit nervy for a time. We took the lead early on. They actually grabbed a goal back in the 72nd minute, and I had to make a few changes and bring on a few first-team players who then made the impact, with Peyrard coming on and grabbing a goal for himself, and then also setting up Alfredo Senior for his second goal of the game to make it 3-1. So all in all, a good performance. I actually played a pretty much completely rotated squad with the exception of a few players. Pavlenko stayed in goal, Alfredo stayed up top, and there was a few other players, but completely different kind of back five, and it worked out quite nicely. It's allowed my players to get a rest before this leg. You'll see everyone's pretty much at 100% condition, which is really good to see. And we're playing, with our full strength side for this second leg. So it's going to be interesting to see how we get on here. Going to be a tricky game, although we are home. You know, the 3-1 kind of advantage from the previous leg away. Those away goals could be very crucial for us. However, I kind of expect us to go out here and grab a few goals. We are at home. We have home advantage. We have the better squad, and I really do have faith in my players. To really do it for us. I believe they can do it as well. So we'll see how we get on here. Obviously, Dynamo Moscow did cause us a little bit of trouble last leg. They did take the lead, so we are aware that they can score against us, and it's up to us to kind of perform well, I suppose. So yeah, we've just got to see how things go. Obviously, we've performed so well of late, beating the likes of Manchester United. In fact, did we draw with Man U? I think we drew with Man U, but beating the likes of Man City, Arsenal, you know, we've beaten some very big teams this season, and I'm looking for it to continue, and João Jose grabs a goal in the first minute to make it 4-1. Let's go, boys. We are going to the Europa League final, and we still have a shout of the treble. It has to be said, from out of nowhere, you know, 2 cup finals potentially if we win this. Got Liverpool in the FA Cup final. We'll have Tottenham or Steaua Bucharest in the Europa final. So potentially, you know, a treble is on in the league. I'll show you the league table after this game, but things are unbelievably close. I think there's 6 teams at the top separated by 3 points. That said, we do have a game in hand, so that plays quite nicely in our favour. We're playing good football here, and that is another goal 5 minutes in to make it 5-1, and we are dominating Dynamo Moscow now. We are playing absolutely superbly. Team playing really well, work the ball so nicely there. You know, you see them, they've got so many players behind the ball, but we just work an opening, and Alfredo Senior finds some space, unleashes a lethal shot there. Superb play by him, and I'm looking for us to grab a few more here. Let's see if we can really you know, take the game to them. It's going to give me a good opportunity this to sub off a few players, you know, give people rests in anticipation for the kind of final push in all competitions that we have, because fixtures are getting pretty tight for us. And obviously I did play that rotated squad against Leicester, which has helped kind of players recover, and we need to just, you know, continue to be smart with the rotation of the squad, just to ensure that players stay fit, that we're not risking anyone's fitness, and that we can really go on and at least give a good go of winning all 3 competitions that we're still in. So we have a chance here again. João Jose finding some space, get the ball in. Peyrard is there. That makes it 3-0 after 22 minutes and 6-1 on aggregate. This is insane stuff. We are absolutely taking the game to them. This is kind of the performance of champions, you'd have to say. We're playing a very good Dynamo Moscow side who have been superb in this competition, and we're really taking the game to them at home at Gig Lane. I still can't believe we're at Gig Lane. People ask constantly for me to expand the stadium. I've been trying for 8 years to expand the stadium, and every time I ask, the chairman says that they don't think there's kind of sufficient demand and that we wouldn't fill it if we were to expand it. So I'm hoping if we can have a good successful season this year, get a bit of prize money in, we can actually do something with it in terms of buying and building our own stadium instead of kind of having to ground share with Bury as we have been since the kind of club was founded, but more specifically through every division since I started this save. That is a goal for Dynamo Moscow. 6-2 now for them. However, they are going to need 4 more goals if they want to even have a shout in this game. They'll need to win 5-3 on aggregate, which I can't see happening. That's their first shot on target 36 minutes in. We really are dictating the tempo of the game in terms of getting our foot on the ball and, I guess, controlling the ball. And we have another chance here with Peyrard darting inside. Pereira there. I'm probably going to sub off Pereira at half-time just because he's 1 yellow off kind of a ban in the Europa League, and I don't want him to miss the final. So I'd probably take him off at half-time and just play things smart. I might also just see who's struggling come 70 minutes, you know, give people rests, and just allow our squad to at least, I guess, get a little bit of energy back. And as I say that, 4-1, 7-2 on aggregate. We are taking the game here to Dynamo Moscow. This is looking really painful for them. It's been a superb attacking display. Luke Shaw there with the nice little ball in. Good play by the wing-back to find the space there and to deliver a quality ball to the back post, powered perfectly to Alfredo Senior. And potentially another chance here. Enrique Nazarov, he buries it. Oh my gosh, 5-1. What has happened here? Let's go, boys. This is insane. This is one of the best performances I've seen the squad play. Potentially on for 10 goals here, which I can't see happening. But we've scored 5 already in this first half, and we are not looking like we're going to let off the pressure anytime soon. I'm going to tell the lads, very happy with their performance, keep it up. Apparently they haven't responded. I don't really know what to say to them, so I'm not going to say anything to each individual kind of position. We've just been playing well so far, and in fact, while I remember, I am going to sub off Pereira now, because I don't want him to get banned. So just, you know, make sure he doesn't get that second yellow. Well, I think it's the second yellow. I think it's 2 yellows in Europe for a ban. And wow, Dzeko scores. This is 6-1. What is happening? I don't even know, guys. This is insane. Probably one of the best performances I've ever seen the squad have. We are actually tearing Dynamo Moscow a new orifice here at Gig Lane. I just love saying Gig Lane. It's a great name for a stadium, and the fact that we're still there is just absolutely laughable. Ninth richest club in the world, because our players are worth so much, and we still ground share with Bury, who are, I think they're in League 2 or the non-league on this. I know they haven't gone up many divisions. We've got another chance here though. Luke Shaw playing the ball all around nicely here. Nazarov, Gauthier, Nazarov again. Space is ahead of him for the pass. We're just dictating the play here. They can't touch the ball at the moment, which is insane to see. Dzeko, Peyrard, he scores again. That is 7-1. Oh, dearie me. And we've got ... because my skin can't handle that many goals. And now 10 is appearing down there. I've broken my skin. It's how many goals we've had. The skin is broken, guys. That says 10, by the way. I don't know why it's not showing. It's just too big a number. Oh, my God. Whoa. I'm actually losing my voice. I've actually gone speech. What the hell? I don't even know. What is this? What? I don't even know, guys. This is the most crazy FM game I've ever seen. 8-1 after 67 minutes. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to complain. I'm just a little bit confused as to why our entire team has turned up on one day to have the game of their lives. You should have been saving this for the final, lads. Oh my gosh, this is crazy stuff. And they've got a chance here. They've not scored it. I was thinking if they scored it, it'll just add to the craziness of the scoreline. This is crazy. I'm not actually sure what I'm bearing witness to here. This is... Oh my god, I can't even explain it. Why did we not do this in the first leg? Is what I'm wondering to myself. Either way, it's an insane performance. In the end, I've not actually subbed anyone off just because we have been playing so well. And I think that's going to be the game now. So, superb performance there. We go to the final. 8-1 the scoreline. Superb play, passionate. I'm going to tell the guys, congratulations, lads. No one ever reacts. They're not very passionate, my players. Peyrard did grab man of the match with their 9.5 rating, although in truth it was the entire squad turning up that really kind of made a big deal for us. So, that's insane. Top goal scorers Alfredo Senior is in with a shout, and suddenly a load of our players have burst onto the scene following that result for potential top goal scorer acclaim in the competition, which is kind of funny. So looking at it, lots of goal scorers to tell you about. 8-1, 11-2 on aggregate, it has to be said. Tottenham Hotspur made it through in extra time. 2 penalties enough to see them turn around the game, I think. In fact, no, it wasn't. They actually went ahead. I'm failing here. I'm kind of just speechless. Wow. I had the first ever 8-1 win, and then for some reason my voice vanished. It was a game full of many rare occurrences, but we will play Tottenham in the final on the 13th of May. Looking at our fixtures, it's going to be a pretty congested final few games, and it's going to be interesting to see how we can deal with that. I guess I'm going to rejoin you guys for the FA Cup final. Crazy stuff happening there. I still can't quite believe what I've just bared witness to. Oh my god, that's mental. Wow. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed this episode covering the Europa League. I can't believe that we just won by so many goals. That was crazy to see. That's probably the best performance I've ever seen my team have, this squad. It's been insane. 11-2 on aggregate, I think it was. We broke the skin. There was that many goals. Yeah. I'm going to end on a high here, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, as always, give the video a like. It does help me out. And other than that, guys, I will talk to you in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.